Alexander de Comeau was a British writer. He was born in 1894 in Wickham, Buckinghamshire, as Ernst Alexander Comeau, the son of Isaac James Walter Comeau and Elizabeth Jones. In 1913 he married Constantia Louisa Bedingfeld. In the 1920s Comeau worked in the consular service. In 1925 he was vice-consul for the Panama Canal Zone in Cologne. In 1927 he published his first novel, Fires of Isis, a non-fantastic tale of a sculpture student's future prospects of matrimony. In 1930 his wife died, and later that year he committed suicide by carbon monoxide poisoning. His only other novel, Monk's Magic, which we shall review today, was published posthumously in 1931. Taking place sometime in the Middle Ages, we see Brother Dismas, lay brother to his monastery, hard at work pouring the very real and in no way fake dragon's blood into his mixture, following a recipe to create the elixir of life. But then the entire thing blows up in his face, and he has to go to make an account of his progress to the abbot, whose money he had spent liberally and who suffers from gout. You can guess the reception awaiting poor Dismas. Amid the abbot's shouting, it is revealed the almoner of the monastery, Brother Nicholas, has appealed to a higher authority in an effort to have both Dismas and the abbot removed, preferably before being warmed up on a nice wooden stake. The abbot devises a ruse to allow Dismas to leave for his real quest, to search out the men who wrote their varying recipes for the elixir of life, since they must still be alive, being immortal and all, and ask them where he screwed up. Setting off, he meets a boy Gabriel trying to catch a fish. Taken to the youth, who is far more learned than one would expect, he learns he is the son of Ralph Turvin, and is searching for him after he disappeared a year and a half ago. Taking Gabriel with him on the road to London, the two meet a band of gypsies whose leader, the ancient crow Neluka, welcomes them, and after speaking to Dismas learns he knows many of the same secrets but is her superior in arcane learning, giving him her amulet to keep the pair safe. Arriving in London, they come to the house of Ibrahim bin Yuda, a Jewish mystic living in London despite the ban on Jews in England. Just at present he is hiding in a secret room in his house, due to a problem with the contents of a supposed Saracen gallbladder angering Lord Rentonville in his tight coffers. The spirit of his ancestor Yusuf, which Ibrahim raises from the dead, gives no encouragement for Dismas on his journey, but still journey on he must, going to Daxenberg in Germany to seek out Lucius Germanicus in the company of Gabriel and Thomas Brackenridge, a man who also had dealings with Rentonville and would rather make himself non-present. Coming to Daxenberg, Gabriel is soon abducted by the Baron's men, who realize he is in fact a girl. The newly revealed Radegonda is put into a dungeon cell and told in no uncertain terms by the Baron of Daxenberg that though she is a maid now, he has no intention of leaving her so. Dismas and Thomas wish to save her, but Dismas, when coming to the castle, is taken prisoner by Albrecht Germanicus, the son of Lucius, now very much dead despite having claimed to have come up with the elixir. His son too is an alchemist and is serving the Baron, hoping to get to one of his captured wenches first, as he believes he has found the way to improve his all-too-dead father's flawed elixir. He just needs the last 3 drops of the virgin's blood, but to get them he has to drain all their blood entirely. Dismas is happy when Radegonde managed to escape on her own using vinegar, a burning lamp and an old rusty chain, but is still kept prisoner by Albrecht. But Albrecht still desires his prize and is in cahoots with a local witch coven, for whom he promised to celebrate a black mass. Dismas is then left to fight off a coven of ancient naked witches, to kill Albrecht, and to help Thomas and the recently recovered Ralph, who was being a hermit in the exact same locality by chance, to pilfer a stolen treasure from beneath the bones of a dubious saint, before rushing away from the country in order to marry the youth Radegonde, return the money to the gout-filled abbot, and have a private chat with the devil. While the novel contrives more and more reasons for the characters to stay in Daxenberg, it is finally done, though perhaps the journey could have had a few more stops along the way and been longer than 2 weeks.